when there's something strange in a skin flap hood. What you gonna call it? Hey Lisa, dun dun dun, wheels on her back, feet like a dude's. Who you gonna call? Hey Lisa, dun dun dun. Yeah, good. She went the wrong way. And could it be? Throw the switch, Igor! Oh, I have no idea how long I've waited to say that. There just haven't been any games lately I've played that give me a real chance to do it properly. I mean, you'd think Bloodborne, but it's just not the same somehow. It doesn't feel right. I was getting worried I was going to end up shouting in the middle of the supermarket. Except somebody, changed over the freezer settings or something. Very awkward. Probably against my community order as well. Ah. Oh good. We're in Jigsaw's workshop again. I have missed this place. Oh yes. Oh yes. So many creepy dolls. This is a little known fact. This is actually the picture that inspired the song "Creepy Doll" by Jonathan Coulton. That's a fact, and you can take that to the bank. The fire died out, but it shows signs of use. In fact, how? This door is locked by a complicated and intricate mechanism. How the hell is Lisa getting in and out of here without regularly replacing flamethrowers and such? Then again, she's like freakishly strong. She probably just yanks the brackets out the wall and slams them down to open the lock. I may have, in fact answered my own question, but it's these kind of things that occur to me. Snakes! Get away! Get away! Get away! I'm not going to waste ammo on killing the little bastards. No way in hell. What we got here? A bunch of photographs featuring a young girl. Depicting various scenes from her upbringing. Okay. Nothing to say about the vanity mirror. This bed is still warm. Yeah, she was sleeping in here until we disturbed her. I'll say we, it's probably the hunters and all the shooting. Sure, why not? Let's swipe her jewelry. That's not likely to piss her off at all. Ooh, would you look at that? That's a gigantic ring. Well, she has got some thick fingers, I suppose. A family picture and notes. Well, let's rifle through the possessions, shall we? There's something written on the back. The picture? November 10th, 1967. George Trevor's time. Just pointing that out. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica administered virus type A. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion, negative. Action, disposed. They wrote this on the back of a family photo. Lisa administered type B. Plasmalizing of tissue cell during activation. Virus fusion, positive but delayed fusion. Body modification, observed constant results. Status, continue protective observation. George, action terminated. November 30th, 1960. Because again, we're documenting our evil deeds. And they wrote it on the back of a family photo. What kind of a dick are you? What a sad story. It's arguably one of the best side stories in any Resident Evil game. And really, that's kind of the point, isn't it? These games should be horrific. They should make you hate Umbrella. Admittedly, there are still some vaguely comical moments. Like, the fact that Umbrella documents all of its evil plans still makes me laugh. And then the fact they do it on the back of the family photo of the family they just used as test subjects. Like, really? You didn't have a piece of letterheaded paper to hand? Like, well, just transformed this family into a collection of hideous freaks. Might as well note down the lab results on the back of their family memories. It was so deliciously evil. Oh, or stupid, one of the two. I do really want the wind crest right now as well. Traveling to space. I'll do that, grab the Magnum. I didn't need to wait to combine those, did I? I've got enough space, I've just said myself. Oh, whatever. Right, I'm going to grab the Magnum now. Getting towards the point in the game where I'm actually going to need the damn thing, so... I'll say need, it's going to make things easier at least anyhow. Well, it's just a really satisfying feeling being able to, like, free shot a tyrant, you know? Star Wars fine, so anyhow. Again, there's going to be people out there, well, I did it with a survival knife. Well, that's 2 thumbs and didn't give a shit. That's right, you're looking at him. Hey there, Zombie Jim. Please, come back, don't leave me alone. I'm scared of the dark. Ah, Jim, what a kidder. I love that fog effect. I know it's there just to blur out the fact that they don't want to actually have to show what's in the distance kind of thing, but I still love it. Hey, zombie. You're new. Alright, this is the inconvenient part about... Oh, hello. Hold this, would you, lad? Thank you. You know what? Actually, screw you. I know, technically a waste of a shot, but I'm going to find more ammo inside the labs and things anyway, so it's all good. I don't think there's actually anything I need to shoot after this, so... Again, that should be fine. I didn't even remember there were 3 of these things. I really just looked out just now, didn't I? I must say looked out, I could transfer them one at a time if need be. Would have been slow, but I could have done it. Bonk. Again, this is probably one of the examples. This is a bad example of Capcom's examine item function. It's really there's no, you're not like solving a puzzle or anything. They're just forcing you to stare at the item for a couple of seconds. And you gotta do it 3 times in a row. It's a bit of a bad implementation of the system, I gotta admit. Really? I thought you could do that. Select all 3 at once and then just use them like that. Apparently not. Yeah, whatever. Pop that in place. And last but not least, the star. And the hidden magnum. Derek always wanted to be buried with his, his special magnum. The one he used to shoot himself, actually. It's a bit fucked up now I think about it. And here he comes now. Oh, wait. Did I see that correctly? Is the knife I used to stab him lying on the floor? It is as well. Okay, so if you stab them with a survival item, and then decapitate them, you can pick up the survival knife again. What survival? No, defense dagger again. How have I only just noticed this? And again, usually if I do this game, I tend to avoid shooting things entirely if I can. So it's perfectly possible I've stabbed things and then just run off. You'll probably account for it, but... Also, the higher probability there seems to be of getting a decapitating headshot. If you do it A, while the creature is stunned, and B, from behind. As long as they're not actually aggroed on you, the likelihood seems to increase. Again, I could be talking out my bottom again. But I'm pretty sure that's correct. Use this to protect yourself from that monster in chains that can't be hurt by guns. I also fixed the doorknob. to make sure you can get away. Wesker. Hell of a guy. Best captain, don't you know? No. Apart from all of the diabolical plans for murder, but... you know, shush. Spoilers and all that. And his hatred of statues. Or statuettes, really. That scene just makes less and less sense the more you think about it. Makes me laugh, admittedly, just... perhaps not in the way it's supposed to. It's not even supposed to, let's face it. It's supposed to be all dramatic. There's not even like a corpse on the floor to show what he was shooting at. He was literally just firing wildly into the wall. And Chris never questions it. Just like, yep, that's what the captain does. He shoots things, apparently. Apparently. Dear, dear, dear. You gonna jump up and chase me? It's your last chance. Yeah, apparently not. Ah, lazy zombie is lazy. Hey, Brian. Zombie Brian, by the way. Hell of a guy. Very confused all the time, though. But, he loves his aerobics. He's always working out, doing those twists. Pelvis muscles made of steel, that zombie. Whatever you do, don't... Wait a minute. Son of a bitch! I ran all the way here. With only one of the icons I need. Or medallion icon, whatever you want to call it. I ran here with only one of those in my possession. And with a full inventory. After having passed by a drop-off box. Hey Brian. Keep working those hips, lad. Oh, no chance to jump up and get me? No? I sort of wonder if the game's forgotten that he's even there. So it does actually happen sometimes if you've got like a lot of downed zombies. The game will prioritise which ones it brings back to life. And after a certain amount of time elapses, it'll seem to forget that it's got a zombie that still needs to come back as a Crimson. It's been way more than 20 minutes since I downed that guy. And yet the game has not resurrected him yet. It may also be a byproduct of me having transitioned map states. Since he went down. Oh, indigestion. Well, I've had his breakfast. I shouldn't have indigestion yet. Probably drop off the Magnum as well, shouldn't I? Then I need to go pick up the icon. And I think we should actually be good. Ah, dear Lord. I've mentioned this in previous episodes, but you can get incredibly forgetful when you're trying to talk about things at the same time as play the game. I think it actually gets worse when you're playing a game you actually know the ins and outs of. Because the things you're talking about will like cause little shortcuts in your brain, where you'll leap to the next thing you've got to do on the list, and then miss out steps in between. When you're doing blind, it's easier, because you're walking rather than running around usually. You'll stop talking to actually pay attention to what's going on the screen. Whereas in this case, I know, in theory at least, I know exactly what I need to do and where I need to go to do it. It's actually negatively impacting my performance. I'm relying on muscle memory far too much. It's all like you set like a mental marker in your head, like you need to go to this location. And there'll be like little amendments in your brain saying, on the way, do this, 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 and this. As you're talking, things from that list will fall away. Because you'll mention something that'll sort of convince yourself that you've already accomplished one of these goals when you haven't, because you're talking about something different but linked. Trust me, if you've got any interest in cognitive neuroscience, that was fascinating. Still not going to chase me, huh? Okay. That really was your last chance, by the way. Hey, Brian. Ah. Like I could outperform Shakira really good. Okay. Now we can actually make progress. And by progress, I mean move into what is basically the final phase of the game. And oddly the one that I remember the least. In terms of what you actually have to do, that is. So we'll see how that goes. What was that noise? Probably a monster, Chris. That's pretty much your default answer for anything in this situation, I gotta say. It's always a monster. And actually, because we did this Chris's scenario instead of Jill's, we've never actually seen this door. See, Jill's scenario forces you to find this back passage in this door. Right at the beginning. Chris's, on the other hand, does not. So I do wonder how you're supposed to know about this place if you play like Chris's scenario first. I mean, you can maybe assume that people would check all the nooks and crannies, but I think progression in this game is fairly straightforward, so I don't think there's a great call for that kind of exploration, really. Actually, no, wait, I'm going to save first, that's what I'm going to do. Because I want to try and get the good ending this time instead of the bad one, which we got for Jill's, technically. So to do that, I need to make sure that all of our NPCs survive. So, the one that helps me in the upcoming fight, they need to survive. We've made sure Rebecca's going to survive to the end of the game. Richard doesn't count, he always dies, and either dies because of the poisoning or because of the shark. That's just a thing, he will always die. We also need to track down Jill. She should be in the prison the same as Chris was in her scenario. Don't ask me how that works. Time is convoluted in Raccoon City. Apparently. No, drop. There we go. Don't know why I'm even bothering to hold the shotgun. I'm going to need the shotgun. As soon as I get to the lab, I'm going to switch back to the pistol. There's like literally no reason for me to be even holding this damn thing. Well, actually, no, it'll make it easier for me to, well, I'll explain when we get there. Being able to output a certain amount of damage is going to be potentially critical to what I'm going to do next. So many dark and creepy caves you've hollowed out here, Spencer, old boy. This cannot be structurally sound for the mansion, though, I'm saying. Just having all these vast open caverns right beneath a giant stone and brick building.
You're a bit of a mess up. Chris, take a
Suspicious dialogue. Hey, Lisa. She's not even, yeah, there you go. She's just chilling. She's like, well, I guess I'm in a boss fight now then. Bang. Bang. Alright, that was important, believe it or not. Excuse me. Do they slow down her attack animations? That genuinely seems a lot slower for some reason. Oh, hi. No, you missed. Stupid monster. What even was that? What even was that? Ah, good, this should work just fine. And with one last push, basically I win. That was weird, I don't think that wasn't in the right position, you're supposed to be able to see. Yeah, you should have been able to see the skull she just picked up when the crate opened. Well, sarcophagus, whatever. Oh, for... I forgot. You see, because I killed the spider already, that already popped up before they turned off.
A little further.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, the reason I got the shotgun was because firing the shotgun blasts into her back there means I caused the most damage so far in that fight, so she prioritizes me instead of Wesker. There's a letter and a family picture. To my Lisa. Day by day I can feel my consciousness drifting further away. The shots given to me by the men in white clothes made some of Mommy's itching go away. Today they gave me another shot, saying it was nutrition. Jesus Christ, don't document your trip to the clinic to your daughter. When they gave the shots, Mummy can't think straight. Mummy's shocked and sad because Mummy is unable to think of you all the time. So perhaps not a clinic, perhaps a crack den. I see. Mummy's afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy. What your faces look like, how we all used to be together. They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. Crack is a hell of a drug. Oh, Lisa, I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now, so that I can hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy. A little bit melodramatic. Lisa, we can't stay here any longer. We have to escape. Listen to me, Lisa. Our chance to escape is the next time when we have to go to that lab together. We'll both pretend to be unconscious, and when the man in white clothes is off guard, that will be our chance. To do what? You're a heavily drugged woman and small child. What are you going to do? Fall to your knees in front of him? When we're on the outside, let's look for Daddy together. Okay, sweetie? Be strong, Lisa. November 13th, 1967. Jessica Trevor. About, 17 days before George bit it? Inside the coffin, yep, still a skeleton. Well, isn't that just real neato? Okay. All of that and then a high-tech lift. She appears to have been grafted to the side of a drill. Because why not, sure. Rich people are crazy, don't you know? You can get away with this shit. There are no herbs out here? Or if that's only on Jill's scenario. Probably is. Things are supposed to be generally harder on Chris's after all. A circular depression for an eagle-shaped emblem. You don't say. Bonk. Think we know what to do now, don't we, kids? That's surprisingly low-res water, all considered. I think it was on the original as well. They really didn't put a lot of effort into the water. Oh god. Another poorly re-resed cutscene. By poorly re-resed, I mean not at all. Literally all they've done here is stretch it to 16 by 9. Which, considering the pretty decent work they've done the rest of the game, seems very lazy. Large iron door, but it won't budge. I'm pretty sure that door actually leads, in terms of the layout of this place, that would lead directly to the helipad. And our means of escape, in theory. I would have liked if, like a little bonus thing, there's like a small step ladder you could have taken with you throughout like the course of the game. And if you use it there, you can just hop over the door, signal Brad and leave. That'd be like the worst ending, because you wouldn't save any of the NPCs, but I'd like if like an Easter egg you could have done that. Like a cutscene of Wesker sat there in the labs going, "Where is everybody?" Well, yeah, I know, it's on the floor there, Chris. Chris? Catch. God damn it, Chris. But yes. Right, time to swap over our items, I do believe. You can go away for a bit, Mr. Shotgun. Just for a little while, anyhow. Bring out the pistol. Again, I won't say it's the last hurrah. Just call it a hurrah. I'll leave the health item for now, just in case I need it. I mean, hopefully I won't. I very much hope that I won't need it, but better be safe than sorry and all that, right? Right, where's the first zombie? There he is. Fuck you! I missed the first shot as well. Damn, boy! You see, in some ways, Chris's scenario is actually easier, because he's more likely to get those headshots. They've got like 4 different, actually no, 6, I believe, potential loads of kerosene I can now use. Nice. So I can get a headshot on you as well. Game says no. No, never mind. Not overly put out by that. Right, 5 lots left. And there are... I'm sure there's only 4... Actually no. There are 6 zombies left. Within the lab that I need to kill. So, technically speaking, I could end up still with a Crimson situation if I'm not careful. That's still a possibility. Come on. Alright, spin. Bonk. And headshot. Ah, come on. You know. Again, that's... Really? You're still alive, son? I'm almost... Boom, headshot! Ah, thank you for cooperating, Chris. We now have enough kerosene left to finish off all the zombies in the lab. Without any worries or concerns. Will you take the mirror disc? Why, yes, I will. Part of the desk is covered in acid. What appears to be acid, anyhow. Could be congealed, melted chocolate for all you know. Let's grab this. Let's do all this while I actually think about it, you know? Top up the kerosene. Or just clip straight through the model of it, whichever you prefer, Chris. That happens a disturbing amount of times in the HD remake, I gotta say. Right, now I'm gonna go clear out the zombies downstairs. Then I should drop off items. I think I might go to unlocking the labs today at least, anyway. That might be a plan. We'll see how it goes.